Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
And that breaking news is coming from right here. These are live pictures from Selfridge Air National Guard Base in Macomb County, Harrison Township. That's where just a few moments ago, President Trump announced a new air mission is coming to the base. 21 F-15EX fighter jets will soon be based right there.
This is new video of the president coming down the steps of Air Force One at Selfridge ahead of a rally tonight marking his first 100 days of his second term. The president's visit to Metro Detroit also being met with protests. Check out these live pictures from Roseville, where a rally is underway highlighting what organizers are calling 100 days of chaos. We're still gathering information on this announcement on Selfridge, but we wanted to get you a broad stroke right away.
Yeah, President Trump confirming just moments ago, Selfridge Air National Guard Base will be getting a new fighter mission complete with 21 brand new jets. This new mission will replace the aging Thunderbolt squadron to be retired sometime next year.
Governor Whitmer has been pushing for a new fighter mission at Selfridge for a while now. She even met with the president in the Oval Office earlier this month to discuss it. The base will also be getting a new squadron of refueling tankers. The president says these moves ensure Selfridge is here to stay.
Which represents $850 million in economic impact across the state of Michigan, and probably it could be much more than that as we expand it out, and creates thousands and thousands of good and important jobs, both in the military and civilian jobs. This will keep Selfridge at the cutting edge of Northern American air power.
And on the heels of that announcement, the president is set to announce he's easing tariffs on the auto industry.
That's expected to happen at an event at 6 at Macomb Community College. Our Ty Steele is there for us tonight. Ty, people have been lined up for hours to hear what he has to say.
Yes, they have. Good evening, Pamela. Good evening, Kim. All eyes in Michigan Nation are right on Macomb County tonight. This is actually the first time the president has made a trip back to Michigan, back to Warren, since retaking the presidency 100 days ago. All these people behind me that were lined up outside are here to watch the president speak in exactly 1 hour from now. It's been a very busy day for the president. His team calling this the most successful start to a presidency ever. But here in Michigan, with unemployment on the rise, economic uncertainty on the horizon, and of course, the auto industry rattled by those tariffs, it's a bit of a complicated reality. Nonetheless, the president remains very popular here in Macomb County, and his supporters here tonight are giving him a lot of credit for acting fast.
If he was right here, what would you like to say to him?
I would say, onward, forward, God bless you, Godspeed, and may Congress keep up with you.
Words of encouragement for President Donald Trump as hundreds of supporters are lining up at Macomb Community College to see him speak on his 100th day of his second term. These supporters are hyped, but the numbers tell a complicated story. Inflation has dipped slightly, and unemployment in Michigan is now the second highest in the country. Tariffs have rocked the auto industry.
What do you say when people talk about those issues?
I think it's a temporary situation. I think it's a temporary bit of pain to have some long-term benefit.
At the southern border, illegal crossings are down. In Michigan, immigrant-related arrests are climbing, but exact numbers remain unclear.
Now the Border Patrol is no longer the reception committee. They're enforcing the law.
As for promises of tax cuts and ending foreign wars, neither has materialized, at least not yet. But with 100 days behind him and a long road ahead, the president is returning to a state he once credited for his presidency and one he hopes will again shape his legacy.
Any place we go in the country, he's going to make America great again. It's our golden age, and it's ready to roll.
The president is very certain about the importance of Michigan and his comeback. And of course, Macomb County was vital in the president retaking the White House 100 days ago. Macomb County is so important for the president, not only because it's an automotive hub for the state and also a Republican and blue-collar stronghold for the president as of late, but also the home of Selfridge Air Base, which has become so important to the president, finding common ground with Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Again, we are waiting for the president's speech. In 1 hour, we will be here to cover that. in its entirety for you, and we'll catch back up with you on Local 4 News at 6. For now, we are live in Warren. Back to you in the studio.
Okay, we will check back in with you a little bit later, Ty. Thank you.
As we showed you off the top, President Trump's visit comes amid protests.
That it does. Take a live look at some pictures again here. These are from Roseville. This is billed as a 100 Days of Chaos rally. This is Hayes and 12 Mile. Democrats gathered today to talk about what they believe is a serious issue.
On the other side, Democrats gathered today to describe what they call 100 days of chaos under President Trump's second term.
When you make promises to the residents here in Macomb County, when we're seeing our grocery bills still go up, when we're seeing gas is always fluctuating, now we have to make decisions. Can I afford to even go to work now? And it's just disappointing, and to say broken promises is such an understatement.
And our coverage of the president's visit continues at 6. We'll bring you the president's remarks live from that event that Ty was just showing you. And then tomorrow on the morning show, we'll have Major General Paul Rogers. He's the highest ranking officer at Selfridge, and he will join the team at 7:30 a.m. on Local 4+.
Our other top story tonight is the weather. Take a live look at exact Track 4D radar. We've seen rain and storms moving through for the past few hours now. Another big issue is the wind.
Yeah, so let's get over to Kim Adams. Kim, the record high temperature for today set back all the way in 1899, and it sounds like we may have broken it.
I know. We didn't just break it. We went so far above it with our high today reaching 86 degrees. The old record, as you said, set back in 1899. Yes, they did keep records back then. That was 83, so we have surpassed it. I do want to talk about one area, though, down to our south. There is still a severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and it just clips the Ohio border south of Erie, right along I-75 as you get into Perrysburg, down into parts of Toledo. So this area is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Technically, it goes until 6 o'clock, so for a full hour. But these storms are moving so quickly to the east. They're traveling at about 55 miles per hour. So already over the lake across much of the area. So I suspect they'll trim this back over the next 15 minutes or so. In fact, when you come back and watch me in a few minutes, that will likely have been expired and just moved down to our south. Next thing, a frost advisory. We will see some places as much as a 50-degree drop in temps by tomorrow morning. We'll talk about that coming up.
It's the end of an era for the so-called, or the end of the line, I should say, for so-called hockey doc Dr. Z. Levrin. He was sentenced on 28 counts of criminal sexual conduct.
Yeah, so Levrin here, who worked with youth hockey teams across Metro Detroit, pleaded no contest to those charges last month. Let's get out to Victor Williams. He has more.
Calling People versus Zvi Levron.
68-year-old Zvi Levron will spend the next 10 to 25 years behind bars in connection to 28 counts of sexual misconduct.
You are the reason parents lie awake in their beds worried about where their children are. You are the monster.
We heard from victims who made their impact statements.
The things that occurred between me and him, I never considered the scope of it. I just thought it was him trying to butter me up for some homosexual stuff that I was not down for. I never considered that he was systematically doing this to kids.
We also heard from this woman who recalls being victimized at the age of 25.
It's hard every single day. It's affected every single part of my life, but I just know now he has no power over me.
Levron did find himself trying to make an apology.
I'm a good man, and I mean well, and I never meant to hurt anyone.
But Judge Yasmin Poles found what he said to lack accountability, not holding back her words.
Personally, if I had the option to do it, I would sentence you to 3 life sentences. You walk away here a predator, a pedophile, and a disgrace to the medical profession.
So the fact that he has been sentenced to the maximum sentence that we can sentence him to is a good day for the victims, and it's a good day for Oakland County and a great day for the people of Michigan.
Prosecutors are now trying to figure out also if there are any other victims that might be willing to come forward. Live in Oakland County, Victor Williams.
Okay, Victor, we appreciate your live report tonight.
Well, 2.5 hours from now, the Pistons are going to tip off in a do-or-die Final 5 against the Knicks.
That's right. Win or go home. Let's get over to Hobie Artigue. The series heads back here to LCA if the Pistons win.
It's
right?
all contingent on that, KG. The Pistons, though, it's no question, have played tough. Every game in this series has been close, but the Knicks have a chance to close it out tonight. Detroit needs to win Game 5 and the following 2 to stay alive in this postseason. The Pistons in New York tonight needing to win out in this series to advance to that next round. It is a series that could be tied up, but that no call playing a role at the end of Game 4. There's nothing to change now, though, but to play hard for a team that's not ready to be done yet.
We lost, so we want to win. There's disappointment every time we lose, but I'm just looking forward. I'm hungry to get to the next game.
We have another chance to play basketball this year, so that's always a blessing, and, just make the most of it.
And it is coach speak to say one game at a time, but for the next few, that's all this team can do. Big question, though, will Isaiah Stewart be back in the lineup? He played Game 1, but has missed the last 3. He is questionable. We find out officially coming up at 5:30.
Okay, it's going to be tough, but it's not impossible.
Nope, this team's done it before. Did it in 03.
That's right.
We'll see.
All right, Hobie, we'll talk to you again later. Thank you.